Hey fellas, ever been in bed with a woman? Yeah, me neither. But if that does ever happen, and Mr. Willie over here gets a case of the scaries, well, I'll just watch this. Not sure about you, but now I'm rock hard, which is how I like to start these videos. I've been playing disc golf for a decade now, and I'm only 23, so that's most of my life that matters. And let me tell you what, going through high school with the coolest thing you can do is throw frisbees far doesn't give you any street cred. That was until 2021. A year removed from that pile of trash, and people I hadn't talked to literally ever were sending me clips of the holy shot. As if the only person they knew who played the fucking game wouldn't have seen the most viral clip the sport has ever seen. Like, how did they think they would have found it and I wouldn't have? Fucking idiots. But that's the magic the holy shot had. The amount of attention that singular throw gave our little frisbee sport was insane. It felt like everyone and their comment throwing grandpa had heard about it. Building off the booming COVID disc golfers, it went perfectly with getting more people flooding the courses, not letting me play through their six-sums. Starting to think maybe this wasn't a good thing. But after spending enough time annoyed by the Brads and Chads with shorts shorter than mine and a bag more filled of White Claws than discs, I had the chance to talk to Dumpster Fire here, who expressed himself falling in love with disc golf through the holy shot.
Rabbit hole watching like sports clips on YouTube, and then if you just let the algorithm do its thing, and it was like probably 3 weeks after, so it was everywhere on YouTube, dude, everywhere. So it ended up somehow in the algorithm, and I was like, that's what that sport is. Like, all right, cool.
And don't think homie really stumbled upon Jomez and fell in love with the sport. Don't know many people randomly watching an hour-plus video on something they know nothing about. But a quick clip of literally just the important parts spoon-fed to you? Who could hate on that? See what I did there?
It was like someone clipped just the full hole, like playing of the hole, and that's what I saw. And it was like a Jomez clip of that.
Did you know the context behind it? You just saw the...
No idea. I mean, I figured out once the reaction, like what the context clearly was, but no, because there was fucking music playing over it. So it wasn't like I had the Jomez people talking. It was just music and watching the shot.
After witnessing probably the greatest thing to ever happen to disc golf, the only thought of a clueless YouTube scroller is,
I gotta do this. Yeah. So I mean, the intention was in 21 to go do it, and I just never got around to it. Last year is when I was like, all right, let's do something.
what's the next logical step after discovering disc golf? Well, we're in 2024. No more having to wait for a damn magazine for all your information. Just like if you're still throwing a rock, there's better solutions nowadays.
Google disc golf and just see what happens. And one of the first things was like the PDGA website. And it was just like, oh, membership, it does this, it helps with this, it does this.
Bro literally bought a PDGA membership before he owned a fucking disc. Sorry, man, but I can't even help you from being clowned down in the comments. Don't disappoint me now, degenerates.
I signed up for the PDGA membership, intended to play. When it showed up, that was the first disc that I had. And I was like, all right, well, let's go rip it.
This is my favorite part. When someone who's never truly thrown a disc and automatically assumes it's easy.
Yeah, like 100 feet. And I was like, that's not how that's supposed to work. And it was like, I got to see this thing actually fly.
Actually, my favorite part are those people that even after they realize this sport is way harder than anyone will give it credit for, is that they need to figure it out. And the only right thing to do after that is, of course,
I started buying discs, and that's how I ended up with the collection I have, not knowing what you should be buying.
No one knows what the fuck to buy, but almost always sounds like this.
Sounded cool, looked cool, colors. I didn't know what I was grabbing, dude. That's how I ended up with a Sergeant. Like, no noodle arm am should have.
Dynamic discs in their bag. Yep, I agree with you there. But yeah, that's a horrible mindset. Why don't you, I don't know, try that fucking Googling thing again to find some better options? Maybe you can even find a membership that will send you better discs.
But now as I'm going, obviously figuring out what I should be throwing.
That's a bold fucking statement from a guy who goes by Dumpster Fire. Let me be the judge. Oh, fuck. Sorry, threw up in my mouth just from saying that. Let me be the one to shit on your discs. This dude says he knows what disc to get and is fucking putting with a Doomsday disc. I don't even know if that's allowed. Damn, 2 discs in, and they're both from a manufacturer that represents the way you play. The Area 51 must be where they're hiding all the discs that would make you a better player, because clearly you haven't found them yet. Homie doesn't even realize the only gateway putter you should bag is a wizard. What is this shaman thing? Only dudes bagging that are the ones that fuck 2 ways. Missionary? And with the new Triple S dildo their wife bought. Fuck. The only way to get me to not talk shit is to throw a new company's disc that only has one. I'm not going to be the asshole to tell people to not support the little guy, but clearly you don't care about that, which is why you continue to throw them like shit. Then you got this buzz, probably because you wanted to fit in. That didn't work. The Centurion is actually a solid choice. I'm not going to diss the only time you made a good decision. Actually, you bagged the best run of Sexton Firebirds. You're good. Wait, is that a Gorgon? That's fine for your arm, but even better for end of his wallet. You know what? Never mind. They're making discs for the everyday slow arm speed player. I should be encouraging that. I mean, it's better than this whole Axiom collection my boy Dumpster Fire's got going on. Like, dude, take their balls out of your throat. I don't want you to choke. I already made a video on the Crave, so here's a selfless plug. I'm pretty sure the Insanity is a good disc for you, but I don't really know shit about Axiom. I feel good about it, though. And then you got this fucking Vanish, which is stupid. I don't even know why. I just feel like I've already said too much good about this whole shit show you call a bag. That might have sounded like I was being a dick, which is correct. But Dumpster Fire's the big boy. He can handle it. The dude putts with a fucking rot. He's used to the verbal abuse by now. But the dude's only been playing for a year. Plenty of time to improve. And make less shitty disc selections. He already beats 99% of people trying to get better at the game. Why? Because this is what he did before he even stepped foot on the course.
How long were you throwing the field?
Every day.
You threw a field
Every day. Every day. I wanted to be able to hit, like, I thought 225 was far.
Mm-hmm.
It's obviously not, but yeah, like there were goals that I was trying to hit because I didn't know what to expect at a course. Fieldwork matters, man. Fieldwork matters. Practice matters.
You're a practice guy.
I am. I'm the practice guy, dude. Like, I put in work all the fucking time.
After achieving those self-made goals, he decided it was finally time, to actually play the damn game. Convenient for him too, as he lives down the road from the #1 course in New Hampshire.
I had sent him a message because I didn't know how it worked. Like, it was on dude's private property, and he was like, yeah, just come down, and kind of sherped me around his course and waxed me poetically while he did. Like,
as expected, his ass was destroyed. Yep, I meant it to sound that way. You do remember all the Axiom the dude bags. But just like Anal, he walked away with this mindset.
It was fun though. Like, I saw the bigger challenge and just wanted more from it.
Okay, back to the disc golf now.
There's something about the game itself that just humbles you. Any ego you have shuts the fuck down the minute you throw a disc, and it centers me in a weird way.
Mm-hmm.
We all fucking blow. Like, we all suck. I mean, you don't, but we all suck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody feels like their game's a dumpster fire at some point. Mine's just all the time.
I'm going to do that thing where I sound like a douche again, but I've never understood how people could be so bad at disc golf, yet love it so much. And Dumpster Fire, not talking about you, just in general for the people. But that's only for me to forget. I don't even love this sport for the actual play. Not even close. It's the relationships and bonds between individuals that can only be made through the enjoyment of slinging plastic. I had never met Dumpster Fire besides on Twitter, but when I was in need of a place to stay while waiting for the next DGPT event, he had no issue inviting me into his home. Where else in 2024 can you feel completely safe staying at a stranger's house? I use strangers loosely because if you play disc golf, we're only friends that haven't met yet. Sure, I might call you a dumbass for using a Berg, but that don't mean we can't be homies. I mean, Dumpster Fire over here is using a Vanish, and I still shower at his house. And for those wondering where the name came from, here's what he said.
I'm a fucking disaster, dude. I'm here to cause chaos and fucking with shitty opinions and shit play, and I don't know, man.
Huge shout out to the homie Dumpster Fire for letting me crash at his place for a bit. Make sure to go give him a follow. Should be seeing some cool stuff from us when I'm back home from tour. But for now, I'm in Rock Hill for USDGC back in the Cracker Barrel parking lot. If you're around and can help me record a video, that would be much appreciated. Make sure to let me know. Until then, I'll probably see you guys soon. Well, maybe. Who the fuck knows at this point?
Yeah, what was the first perception of disc golf you had?
Fucking cornball hippie shit. I mean, and like growing up in a city, it's not. You had to leave that area just to find the course, so there was never any introduction around there.